Hello everyone, back with me Elda Novianti. So, in this video, we're gonna talk about learning English. So, I'm not gonna talk as an expert, but I'm gonna talk based on my experience, start from the first time I learned English. Okay? So, let's jump into the next slide. So I have a few steps here. Actually, four important steps if you want to start learning English. Okay? And after that, we're gonna discuss about important things after you do these steps. So there's some important things you have to pay attention. Okay, this I have miniature of Mr. Zamzam's. Mr. Zamzam is my professors, guys. So, okay, Mr. Zamzam said, here are some steps given by Alda. Let's pay close attention on each point. Okay, so the first step we have to do is find your way of learning. So we know everyone's have different way of learning. Okay, every students have different way of learning. So, like me, for example, when the first time I learned English, I more into reading. So I read a lot of books, a lot of novels, in different contexts. Most of them is informal because most of the books I read it's novel, and I more into writing too. So the new vocabulary I found in my readings, I write it down on all in my notebooks. So I'm more on writing and reading. So if you are a visual learners, you can find some videos in YouTube maybe, and can turn on the subtitles to help you to find new vocabularies. You can write down as I do in learning English. So just find your way of learning. And then the second steps is goal. When you want to learn something, you have to find your goal. So for the first time I learned English, my first goal is how can I communicate using English with my friends, like basic daily conversations. So I tried to find any sources in internet, like good morning, greetings, maybe some basic materials like that. So just find your goal, and then you can know what you're gonna do after that. Okay, the third uh, steps is practice. So after you find your way of learning and then you know your goal, you have to be practice. So practice is not enough. So the fourth steps of this slide, it's the most important thing, is continuously. So this is the hard steps we have to do in order to learn a language, or in this case is English. Okay, so we have to practice continuously, not once in a while, but continuously. Maybe you can set a schedule to learning, like 3 times in a week. I think it's enough to lock yourself in a room and then get yourself into some material, some videos or books you want to read in English in order to improve your English. Okay, next, let's move to the next slide. After all these steps, we have some things we have to pay attention after we do all this practice. Okay, so this is the idea. I want you to get into your mind and then make it become a habit. Language is a habit. Okay, so what I want you to know is language, it's things we use to communicate to other human. Okay, so uh, you use language to communicate to your friends, parents in your home. So what I want to say is, make English and put it into your life. Okay, learn English and then put it into your life, the real context. Okay, you will not just practice alone in your room. It's not gonna help. Okay, it's not gonna help that much to improve your English, but you need a real context conversations, maybe with your friends or your parents or your teachers, maybe, or your classmates, or even in your workplace. Okay, just find some friends and then make the language become your habit, or you can start. Okay, for the first times I learned English, and I watch a videos in YouTube. Okay, so the videos, it's talking about how we make language become a habit. So we have to start thinking in English. It's important. Okay, we have to start thinking in English. So you have to start when you even want to talk about things that you see, and then you procedure it in your mind. You have to produce words in your mind in English. Try to speak with yourself. Okay, so slowly it's become your habit. Okay, okay, let's move to the next slide. So there are two more things we have to pay attention. As the first things is expressions. So expressions, it's a mimic. Okay, your facial face expressions. It help you. Okay, when you communicate in real context conversations with your friends. Okay, then the second thing is pronunciations. So pronunciation is the important things. So without pronunciations, your friends don't know what you are talking about. Okay, pronounce the words in correct way. Okay, use technology. So there are many applications or softwares in your computer or your phones to correct your pronunciations. There are many dictionary have voice sounds of the words. You can use that. It's effective. I'm used to, even when I in especially in academic, where are many vocabulary unfamiliar vocabulary that not we are not gonna use it in daily life. It's really help us, and it's quick and handy when you have your phone with dictionary mobile. Okay, so this expression and pronunciation is related to each other. That's why I put it into one slide, so you have to know that expression and pronunciation is actually related to each other. Okay, so after all of that, all of those things you have to do, so the last step is you have to find your environment. This is important, and this is actually the problem of students in Indonesia. We don't have the environment to help us. While the native speakers in let's speak Malaysia, okay, they have the environment while we are not, but it doesn't stop us. Okay, nowadays there are many area or a place you can come to have a conversation. Find the online group. There are many online group in internet you can find. Maybe we can talk with your friends or your teachers, your lecturer, what have you, if you are nicely asking for that, right? Just find the environment. It's important. Okay, this is to the end of the video. Thank you. Thank you for watching and meet me again in the next video.